Dear students, welcome to the class. In the class, we are going to discuss about the testing of hypothesis for the large sample test. In the last class, we have discussed about that introduction part for the testing of hypothesis. Now, we will discuss some formulas for the testing of hypothesis. First, what is called the large sample? When the sample size is greater than 30, that is called the large sample. When the sample size is less than 30, that is called the small sample. Now, we will discuss the test of significance for large sample one by one. There are totally 6 tests are there. First test is test of significance of single proportion. Test of significance of single proportion. Test of significance of single proportion means you are going to test the test of significant difference between sample proportion and population proportion. Sample proportion and population proportion. Usually that small p, that is called the sample proportion. Capital P is known as the population proportion. Okay, that is we need to give that different notations for the sample parameters and the population parameters. So what is the name for the sample parameters? Statistic. And the population measurements are called the parameters. Okay, now what is in general for all the problem, what is H naught? H naught is small p equal to capital P. What is H naught? H naught is the null hypothesis. Null hypothesis means the hypothesis of no difference. That is always sample proportion equal to population proportion. That is H naught. What is the H1? H1 is small p is not equal to capital P. Always H1 is what? The complementary of null hypothesis. That means when the null hypothesis is equality, then the alternative hypothesis is inequality. Now, H1 is small p is not equal to capital P, small p greater than capital P or small p less than capital P. That is, we have to write that any one of these 3 cases. And then one more thing, we have to write the alternative hypothesis based on the physical nature of the problem. In the last class, I have given that very clear example for the nature of the problem. Okay, fine. So, what is the test statistic for this? Test statistic is that is small p minus capital P divided by square root of PQ by N. And then one more thing, when you are calculating the test statistic, it may be plus or minus, always you take the mod value. Here, small p is given in the problem, capital P is given in the problem, N is the sample size. N is the sample size. And then what is capital Q? Capital Q is 1 minus P. Capital Q is 1 minus P. Second test is that test of significance of 2 sample proportions. Test of significance of 2 sample proportions. That is, we are going to test that 2 sample proportions. So, sample 1, sample 2 is there. Sample 1 proportion is small p1. Sample 2 proportion is small p2. And then n1 is that sample size 1. n2 is that sample size 2. Sample 2 size. Okay, and then what is H naught? Common H naught. Null hypothesis P1 equal to P2. That means sample 1 proportion equal to sample 2 proportion. What is alternative hypothesis? There are 3 cases are there. P1 is not equal to P2, P1 greater than P2, P1 less than P2. Okay, but few students have done the mistake is they have written the both the cases. One more, that means more than one alternative hypothesis for one problem, you have to write only one alternative hypothesis. If you are writing that more than one alternative hypothesis, that is wrong. Okay, you have to write that any one of this. And then what is the test statistic for this? P1 minus P2 divided by square root of PQ into 1 by N1 plus 1 by N2, where P is P1 N1 plus P2 N2 by N1 plus N2, where the capital Q is 1 minus capital P. These two formulas are important. Next one test is test 3, test of significance of single mean. Test of significance of single mean is you are going to test the significant difference between the sample mean and the population mean. Usually the sample mean is denoted by x bar, population mean is denoted by mu. So what is H naught here? See that H naught is x bar equal to mu. What is alternative hypothesis H1? H1 is x bar is not equal to mu, x bar greater than mu, x bar less than mu. So what is that? Test statistic here is that equal to x bar minus mu by sigma by root n. Sometimes the sample standard deviation may be given or population standard deviation may be given. For the large sample, approximately you take S equal to sigma. Approximately you take S equal to sigma. So even that sample standard deviation is given or population standard deviation is given, you have to write the respective formula. Okay, fine. The fourth one test is test of significance of two sample means. That is, we are going to test that two sample means x1 bar and x2 bar. So here that x1 bar is sample 1 mean, x2 bar is sample 2 mean, n1 is sample 1 size, n2 is sample 2 size. Now what is H naught for this? H naught is null hypothesis. X1 bar equal to x2 bar. See, always writing the null hypothesis is very simple, because for the particular test you are going to write that equality, that is sample 1 size equal to sample 2 size. That's all. But writing the alternative hypothesis is very important to decide the test is one tail test or two tail test. Understand? Now see that H1 is x1 bar is not equal to x2 bar, x1 bar less than x2 bar or x1 bar greater than x2 bar. What is the respective test statistic? X1 bar minus x2 bar divided by sigma into square root of 1 by n1 plus 1 by n2. So what is sigma here? That sigma is square root of n1 s1 square plus n2 s2 square by n1 plus n2. It is very important formula. Fifth one test is test of significance of single standard deviation. That means we are going to test the significant difference between sample standard deviation and population standard deviation. Usually the sample standard deviation is denoted by S, population standard deviation is denoted by sigma. So what is H naught here? See that S equal to sigma. H1 is S is not equal to sigma, or S is greater than sigma, or S is less than sigma. And then what is the test statistic here? S minus sigma by square root of 2n. Very easily you can remember this. Test of significance of single mean is x bar minus mu by sigma by root n. Instead of here only 2n is there and the numerator is S minus sigma. That means sample value minus population value. And then you can observe one thing here in the formula. Always when you are going to test the single proportion, first value is the sample value, second value is the population value. Okay. Similarly you can write, see that here sample value and then second one is the population value. Here also sample value and the population value. Okay, keep it in mind. And then last one test 6. Test 6 is test of significance of two sample standard deviation. So standard deviation is denoted by S1 and S2. So what is S1 here? Sample 1 standard deviation, S2 is sample 2 standard deviation. Then what should be the null hypothesis? See, the null hypothesis S1 equal to S2. Alternative hypothesis, obviously. So S1 is not equal to S2, S1 greater than S2, S1 less than S2. But see here, Z, test statistic Z. Z is S1 minus S2 by sigma into square root of 1 by 2 and 1, 1 by 2 and 2. Please keep it in mind. See here, it is 1 by N1 plus 1 by N2. When you are testing the means, sample means. When you are testing the sample standard deviations, it will be that it is not N1, N2. See that 1 by 2 and 1 plus 1 by 2 and 2. But that sigma value is there, na? That sigma value is same. See that sigma is N1 S1 square plus N2 S2 square by N1 plus N2. The same thing. N1 S1 square root of N1 S1 square plus N2 S2 square by N1 plus N2. Okay. Now we have to write that some more formulas are there. The formulas are 95% and 99% of confidence limit. 95% of confidence limit for population proportion. It is small p plus or minus 1.96 into square root of p q by n, where small q is 1 minus small p. Second one, 99%. Same thing, 99% of confidence limits for the population proportion is that small p plus or minus 2.58 square root of pq by n. This is the first one. Second one is (95% of confidence limits for population mean. This one is x bar plus or minus 1.96 into sigma by root n. I hope you understand this class well. See you in the next class. Thank you.